Hello, this is Alex from DBOS. In this video, I'll show you how to get started with DBOS Conductor. Conductor is a management system that makes it easy to deploy, version, scale, observe, and troubleshoot DBOS applications, no matter where they're running. In this video, I'll show you how to create your very first DBOS app, connect it to Conductor, and then use the Cloud Console to examine and manage your workflows. This window is what you see when you first log in, and we can go ahead and register our first app. Here we need to name our app, and this name needs to match the app config. So we're going to use DBOS App Starter because that's the template I'm going to show you. We'll say register. Now we need to generate an API key that the app will use to connect to Conductor. So we'll go ahead and copy that. And a good practice is to export this as an environment variable as part of CI/CD. I'll just do this for the purposes of the demo. Here's a little example for how we can supply the key to the app. And you can see here I've already installed the DBOS package, initialized the DBOS App Starter template. So now I can just go ahead and edit app main.py. And in the DBOS constructor, we'll supply something like this. And I believe I called it API key. And now if I say DBOS start, I see that we are indeed connected to Conductor. This DBOS starter app has a neat user interface screen that shows us a very simple workflow. You can imagine that these steps could be more elaborate, like connect to an LLM, or make a record in the database, or perform a financial transaction. But for the purposes of the demo, they just sleep for 5 seconds. So we have a simple 3-step workflow. And now that we've run this workflow in an app connected to Conductor, we can go back to our console. We can see we have one healthy executor. And go to the workflow tabs and see the workflow we just ran. Here we can see metadata about the workflow, including inputs and outputs. And we can visualize the call graph of the steps. Now we can also do something like this. I can start another workflow, and before it has a chance to finish, I can go back to my console, see it here, and press cancel. Now this workflow is stuck on step 2, and it will remain stuck like this until we take an action. From here, we could do something like fork the workflow onto a new version of the app if we wanted to fix a bug. Or we can simply go back and say resume. The workflow proceeds and finishes. Make sure you also check out other features that the console offers, like task queue management and retention policy, allowing you to configure how much data to retain for previously completed workflows. And check out docs.dbos.dev to learn more. Thanks very much for watching.